Happy Monday, folks, and welcome to a brand new week. This is the week of May 2nd through the 8th, 2022. I am not even going to sugarcoat anything. This is a very, very, very busy week in the cosmos. So I'm just telling you now. However, I am going to say that the skies this week, although busy, they are chef's kiss. When I tell you aspect after aspect after aspect, these planets, these stars are aligning in ways that are propelling you forward. They are injecting inspiration and motivation into your mind, body, and spirit if you allow it. This is the one thing that I am noticing lately in the readings I'm having and the conversations I'm having at the Crystal Shrine when I'm there doing in-person readings on Tuesdays. That, I get people that come in and go, I keep hearing that there's all these things, positive things happening in the stars, but I'm just not feeling it. I'm just not getting it. I guess that's just not happening for me. Let me tell you something. I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. These aspects are what are available to you. This is if you choose to work in sync with the stars. What is available to you is positive, it is flowing, and it is moving forward. Now, that is not to say that some of these planets might be at harsh angles in your chart. Okay, we all have a different cosmic makeup, so just because, the vibe for everybody is nice, that doesn't necessarily mean that, you can tell this in just people's everyday lives and when they're walking. You can be up and your best friend can be down. Your parents can be soaring and you can be miserable. We see that just in every walks of life, but we're using an astrology lens here, and I'm saying that even if you are experiencing something where you feel muffled or just not seen, not heard, not inspired, not motivated, even if that's what you're experiencing, you do have another reality available to you. And I am especially going to say that loud and clear this week for so many different reasons. The nodes of fate are direct all week. You heard me say it right. And those of you that are longtime listeners, you know that this isn't something, it's been happening a little bit more often lately, but this is a little out of hand. As of yesterday, Sunday, May 1st, the node went direct, and it is going to be direct all the way, all 7 days this week. Okay, so fated events, fated conversations, fated meetings. I want you out and about this week. I want you sending emails. I want you sending text messages. I want you making proposals. I want you doing whatever you need to do or whatever you're feeling called to do within yourself. Because even if an idea isn't all the way fleshed out, even if you're like, Graham, I only have a half-baked idea. You need to talk about whatever this is. If it is something on your spirit, if this is something that you're motivated about, whether it's a relationship, a job, an idea, whatever it is, this is the time you can pull in people that can help you take a half-baked idea into something fully formed, fully fledged, or to at least the next chapter of the thing. So nodes are direct all week. Get out there, be communicative. This is directly tied. We just had the solar eclipse, new moon in Taurus on Saturday. So we had the eclipse, and now that's the moon, the sun, the nodes, all lining up. And now the nodes are moving forward. So now the nodes are kicking into high gear. The solar eclipse ruffles your feathers. It springs you into action. And then now the node is and now we're going to the things that we do with what's coming up on the eclipses, now we're going to pull in some fated people. Now we're going to take the next level of this experience, of this story. Remember, this is a story that began in November, December of last year. So you look back, where were you? November, December last year for your astrologer was a pretty dark time. And now the second chapter of this time is an inspired time. It's a motivated time. And it's an evolution. The story has evolved. You have evolved. And I want you to think, if you're kind of like, this eclipse doesn't really do anything for me, like I'm just not really feeling it. I'm not really, I don't know, Graham is saying these things, but let me tell you something. Just you're not the same person you were from November last year. I can tell you that much. Okay? And if you don't realize or recognize that within yourself, I want you to think back to November, December, and think about that experience. There were so many big things happening back then. We had eclipses. We wrapped up Gemini Sagittarius eclipses. We began these Taurus Scorpio eclipses that we're under right now, that we're going to be experiencing till October of 2023. We had the third and final Saturn-Uranus square, which was just blowing up everyone's foundations last year in some way, shape, or form. And now we're working with Uranus in another way because he's with this whole area. He's in Taurus. He's working alongside these nodes and the sun and the moon under this solar eclipse. And he's going to be doing some things. The sun and the nodes are going to be meeting up next week. So we're going to have some fated things definitely happening next week. But we're in action mode, and you should be in action mode. Speaking of action, you got Venus shifting into Aries, so she's about to get turned, okay? Venus in Aries is a warrior goddess, okay? She doesn't really like being in Aries. She's almost to her favorite sign of Taurus. But before then, she's gonna break some shit, okay? So she enters Aries today at 9:10 in the morning Pacific time. So just get ready. But Venus is now going to she's going to armor up. And she's going to start breaking. You want to talk about glass ceilings? Venus in Aries doesn't know what a glass ceiling is, okay? She is not playing. So if you want to look at the Aries parts of your chart, Venus is coming and she's activating those planets. She's activating those houses or that house. Whatever your chart looks like, but if you want to find Aries, just know Venus is going to come. She's going to balance. She's going to harmonize, but she's going to be assertive, and she's going to be aggressive. And this is where, this is now the time where you need to be more courageous and more bold with how you're moving forward. Funny enough, I say that to myself when I think about the 8th house for me, because that's where Aries is, and I'm like, oh my gosh, your astrologer Graham is having, my client Melissa loves when I say this, but astrologer Graham just gave a light bulb to real life Graham. Makes sense. Also this week, we have Jupiter sextile Pluto, so 2 outer planets working juicy together. I am summing this up as the work, the higher work that you've been doing, the changes that you've been making thus far this year now start to pay off. The blessings are en route. And those of you who are on the list, you guys already received the monthly horoscope. And if you're wanting to receive monthly and weekly horoscopes from yours truly, make sure you either tap the link in the show notes. If you're on a podcast platform, if you're on YouTube, in the description, there's a link there that'll take you right to where you just put your email in. And you'll start getting monthly horoscopes, weekly horoscopes, and other really cool announcements when they come out. But there's another really special part of why this Jupiter-Pluto sextile is very potent and it's very powerful. And just yet another indicator as to why this week is fated, why it is action-oriented, and why it is just such a sweet time in the cosmos. Now, we also are in the middle of eclipses. So we know that eclipses are wild, they're unpredictable. I'm starting to get all kinds of eclipse phone calls, readings, testimonies. I've got one of my friends and her husband, that their car, they thought they were just taking the car to the body shop to just, get a few things fixed. And oh, guess what? Your car's totaled. And that just eclipsed their whole life. And now they're in a whole different mode. Let's see, what other stories do I have? I've had a few freakouts. I've had a few panics. I've received some messages from clients like, I need to talk to you right now. You need to make this make sense to me right now. So it's like, okay, there's that eclipse story. I have, let's see, another friend that called me and said, I don't know what kind of like moon crystal formation you need to set up, but you need to do it ASAP because like things are falling off my walls, things aren't adding up, they're not making sense. Now my printer can't work. Well, that, just a little plug in, we're in Mercury retrograde shadow. So those of you that are Virgos or Geminis or have strong Virgo Gemini in your chart, that ruling planet, those are areas and planets that are answering to Mercury, who is slowing down. And this week, when I tell you he is slow, Mercury is only going 3 degrees this week, and that is definitely not normal. Okay, he's parking next week, so he will station retrograde officially next week, but he's giving you the preview of the movie now. So you want to start paying attention to the people that are coming back from your past. You want to start thinking about, or you want to start recognizing what you're thinking about. Are you bringing back old thought patterns, old ideas? Are you bringing back old self-talk? Because it's in Gemini, and this retrograde is split between Gemini and Taurus. So the way we talk to ourselves and the way we just the way we allow ourselves to think about ourselves, think to ourselves, and maybe getting clear about actually lining up the things we say with the things that we feel and the things that we think. All very important during this retrograde season. So you're gonna be, and Taurus is looking at worth and self-worth and self-value. And if you've been a little sensitive and you've been a little wavering or a little fearful about your sense of worth and value in relationships, in your job, whatever, this retrograde is an evaluation, and it's a reevaluation. Do you really want to continue those kinds of thought patterns? That's a big lesson, overall lesson of this Mercury retrograde, is identifying thought patterns and whether or not they're really doing you any good, and whether or not you want to continue them moving forward. So, and we all know that when we're manifesting, it's all about the way we think and the way we talk and what we believe to our core is available for us. And that starts with our mind and a mind-heart connection and a mind-heart-faith connection. Let's draw that triangle. It's mind, heart, and faith connection is the center of all your manifestations. Okay? And speaking of manifestation, because we're in eclipses, we are going to be good spiritual practitioners, and you're actually going to take a break. Okay? Eclipses, yes, there's still a new moon and there's still a full moon, and manifestation is I know, everybody loves to manifest. I get it. But when we have eclipses, because they're volatile, because they're unpredictable, because we don't really know what to expect, sometimes they're more subtle, and sometimes they're just the people around us, we're seeing them in action, but other times we experience them in a big way. But because they have this urgent nature, the proactive and the productive way to work with these, in my opinion, is for this period of time, which we're in until May 30th. A great practice is to trust that everything that you have put in motion up until this point, up until April 16th when we had the Libra full moon, everything that you have put in motion up until that point, you have to have faith in whatever you want to call it, spirit, source, Jesus, Buddha, Gandhi, I don't care what you call it, that that spirit or source is going to it's working for you. It's not working against you, and that's a belief system. So if you are a consistent manifester, I strongly encourage you to take a break, a spiritual cleanse of sorts. And when we have the Gemini new moon on May 30th, we will resume our manifestations. But for now, trust and have faith, okay? Just go easy. We have a busy week, but you just need to go easy. Is there anything else that I want to... Let's see. Oh, yes. Also this week, we are still in the fog of Pluto retrograde. Okay, so Pluto stationed last Friday, but we got to give him 5 days before and 5 days after. So through Wednesday this week, the 4th, we're still in that, the Capricorn part of your chart. So if you go to 28 degrees of Capricorn, that part of your chart is a little foggy. It's a little asleep right now, right? So Pluto's just kind of trying to get his bearings. And he's just parked for a second. So you just kind of want to, if you're still feeling a little disheveled from that, give it through Wednesday, and then you'll be fine, okay? I promise you're going to be fine. Let's see. Jupiter's at the last degrees of Pisces. Yes, Jupiter will move into, this is one of the big moments. Jupiter's got 2 big headliners this month, okay? So one is this week with the Jupiter-Pluto sextile on Tuesday. And then next week, we got Jupiter shifting into Aries, where he's going to be until October. So talk about an energetic shift. And it's happening the same day as Mercury retrograde. It's happening in smack dab middle of eclipses. Jupiter, we got a busy month, okay? So keep that monthly horoscope I sent you at your side, okay? There's just so much going on. And yes, we got the nodes are direct all week. So just 2 bulletin board items, and then we'll go to the moons, and we'll talk about the planets, about all the other action going on this week. But 2 bulletin board items, and I'm going to lean into the video here. I have been excited and talking about my limited edition seasonal candles and custom vessels. And I know, because some of you are on the wait list. So, Taurus season was a bit of a fail. I am a 5-time Virgo. Sun, Moon, Mercury, Mars, and Rising are all Virgo. Answering to a shadow Mercury, okay? Because Virgos are ruled by Mercury, as are Geminis. So my chart gets lit up like a Christmas tree and slows down and freaks out, and a lot of things tend to, especially in shadow, not go right for me. Well, for several reasons. The Taurus one is just not working out for me. It's just not working. So I say that to say that those of you on the wait list, the Gemini season candle will be a thing, okay? But that is also to say, if you're interested in gifting a Taurus a drunk astrology candle or an oil, or you want something customized specifically for someone that's a Taurus, since this limited edition one's not gonna make it, send me a message. Graham at drunkastro.com. It's also, you can find it on the website and the show notes and all that good stuff. But you can send me a message and we will make arrangements. And we'll work one-on-one together to get it figured out. And the last item on the bulletin board is you can sign up for oracle readings now. Now, I've been mentioning over the last few weeks that the structure of readings is going to change, and it is soon to come. It will likely hit as soon as eclipses are over. So by the end of the month, there is going to be a new structure to how you and I can work one-on-one together. And you're going to have options, but it is a different setup. And the back end is different, your end is different. And it's the change is coming, But I'm just taking my time because it's eclipses and I'm trusting and having faith. And everything I already told you to do, I'm doing astrologer gram and real life grammar in alignment now about some of these things. Now, can't promise that throughout the month I'm not going to rebel against astrologer gram because oftentimes I do. But on this one, I am not because it affects you. It affects the people that want to work with me, that I'm already working with. But as part of those changes, oracle readings are now available to you. So yeah, I'll probably, we'll still discuss some astrology in these readings, but oracle readings are great. If you have a specific question, if you are just in a moment of, I need clarity, I need understanding, I need, what is a great place to start with oracles is, what do I need to know right now? Okay, so, I've had a lot of great readings at the Crystal Shrine when I'm there every Tuesday. So if you're an LA local, you can always come find me on Tuesdays at Crystal Shrine from 12:30 to 6. But what I'm finding is some people come in and they're just curious to know what do they need to know? What should they be aware of? And then other people come in with, relationship things. They come in with work things. And, the oracles are a great way to, just to get a little more insight into what's going on. I've been doing them for my friends. I've been doing them for myself, my partner. And just, we've been having a lot of breakthroughs lately. And I just added another deck. So, they're layered on layered on layered. So I say all that to say that if you want a good 30-minute tune-up, a good spiritual tune-up, you can now book your oracle readings at drunkastro.com, which is, the information is all available to you. And whatever platform you're listening to are on, just look at the description, look at the show notes, and you can get in touch with me. You all already know that. And I believe that is it. All right, so let's talk about these moons, and then we're going to talk about what the planets are up to, and then I'm going to get you on to your week. Now, today, Monday, May 2nd, which is a birthday of two very important people in my life, Mr. Sean T., who I got to work out with last year in his Let's Get Up Beachbody program, and Megan Ewelton, who I met on that program. So if you all are listening, happy birthday to you. I'll be doing post, of course. Anyway, Monday, May 2nd, Moon is in Taurus, making a juicy aspects, a sextile to Jupiter, a trine to Pluto. It goes void at 3:19 a.m. All the times I give you our Pacific Standard or Daylight. I always forget which it's. I don't know if we're in Pacific Daylight or if we're Standard Time, but you all get it. At 3:19 a.m., the Moon is void with a sextile to Venus. So that makes the solar eclipse super juicy, super balance and harmony and money and desire. Your evolution is moving in a direction that is towards love and harmony and balance, and I'm just so excited about it. I'm clenching my teeth. You're welcome for the dramatics. Then at 3:47 a.m. on Monday the 2nd, the Moon enters Gemini. So the Moon's only void for not even 30 minutes. So a good 28 minutes of the Moon being void, you'll be asleep anyway. The East Coasters, you all will be waking up. But the Moon's in Gemini all day, has a conjunction to Mercury at 8:05 in the morning. And then Tuesday, May 3rd, the Gemini Moon has a square to Mars, a sextile to Chiron. So, it's a quiet moon, but the Gemini moons, there's always some buzziness going on. So likely going to be busy Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But on Wednesday, the Gemini moon makes a trine to Saturn, a square to Neptune, and a quincunx to Pluto. So there we've got, between 5:16 in the morning and 1:14 in the afternoon, we kind of got some things we're adjusting. We're kind of like getting through the fog a little bit and just getting our bearings. And then the moon goes void at 1:37 p.m. with a square to Jupiter. So there is an overdoing to the Gemini moon. So from Monday morning, Tuesday, and then Wednesday afternoon, there is an overdoing aspect. But because we're talking about Jupiter, it's usually things that we like. It's usually things towards our growth. But, it's a little bit of an overdoing. So just prioritize and take it one step at a time. Then at 4:05 p.m. on Wednesday the 4th, the moon enters Cancer, has a square to Venus at 9:57 p.m. And then on Cinco de Mayo, so happy Cinco de Mayo, go out there and drink all the mezcal margaritas. That's one of your astrologer's favorite. Or just a regular margarita, whether a salted rim, on the rocks, shaken, whatever you like. Get out there and enjoy in a way that feels right to you. But on the 5th, Cancer moon has a square to Chiron, a sextile to Uranus. So again, it's quiet. It's just making two aspects. One's adjusting, one's separative, and then the other is juicy and collaborative. Friday, May 6th, the Cancer moon has a sextile to the sun, a trine to Mars, and an adjusting aspect that I really want to talk about, because this quincunx to Saturn on Friday the 6th is taking place here on the West Coast at 5:55 p.m. And sequences of numbers are muy importante. All right? And on Friday, I want to talk about this, and we're actually going to talk about another sequence of numbers in a second when we talk about these planets. But on Friday, that Cancer moon, so Cancer moons are home, heart, family, foundation, security, financial security, emotional security, but like your people, your heart, your warm and fuzzies, okay? Making an adjusting aspect to Saturn in Aquarius, which is the groups, your communities, your friends. But it's a little bit of a kerfuffle, but sequences of numbers. 555 in Feng Shui is health, balance, and well-being. Okay, but your angel numbers on 555 is that major changes are taking place. But these changes are for the higher good, for your well-being, for your health. Okay? So I want you to keep that in mind on Friday. Just notate Friday down and just say, whatever changes are taking place, this is for my higher good. This is for the greater good of my health, my wellness, and my well-being. Okay? Then the Cancer moon on Saturday has an opposition to Pluto at 1:59 in the morning, so that is a little separative. It's a little, it's a little argumentative. So watch that. Late Friday night and early Saturday morning, but then the moon goes void at 3:26 a.m. with a trine to Jupiter. So these changes that are taking place under this Cancer moon are so for your greater good. The trine to Jupiter says so, okay? So just keep that in mind, that if you're stressed, if you're emotional, if you're crying, if you're whatever it is that this is all for your higher good, and it is a positive. It has a positive end to this story, right? Because you have a trine to Jupiter. So, oh my gosh. And two, these oppositions to Pluto, because every time we have a Cancer moon, we have an opposition to Pluto. This last time, it wasn't so bad. I'm speaking from experience for myself. Oppositions are a way of getting something out. So if you've been a little pent up, Cancer moons, they're very emotional. So it could be tears of joy, okay? So just keep that in mind and keep the sequence of 555 in your mind on Friday. I am personally excited. And then at 4:50 a.m. on Saturday the 7th, the moon enters Leo. It has a sextile to Mercury, a trine to Venus, and it has a trine to Chiron on Sunday the 8th on Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to all of our mothers out there, all of our mother figures, all of the powerful women in our lives, the ones that support us and push us and help us grow and help us see things in a new light. I salute you. Thank you for everything you've done. I mean, I tip my hat to, my late mother. Thank you for bringing me into this world, and thank you for being one of my guides, and my grandmother. Oh my gosh, I've met so many spiritual folks like since November of last year, and everybody, doesn't matter what walk of life they are, whether they're Reiki, intuitive, psychic, mediums, whatever. Everyone's like, wow, you got two powerful women, by your side. And yeah, I know. I know. They are there, and I am so aware of it, and I know, and dated some douchebag years ago that, saw auras, and when he was in the middle of being a douchebag, had a whole aura vision of two powerful women behind me. And I was like, yeah, you don't want to mess with them, okay? Because I am very well aware that I'm protected. And no, sir. No, sir. No. You don't want to mess with me anyway, because I've got a mouth on me. I don't put up with no shit. But also, they don't either. And they've got you on the spiritual side, okay? So watch yourself. Anyway, but with that Leo moon, now here's what I will say. The Leo moon has a tough closing aspect. On Monday, May 9th, the Leo moon goes void at 5:39 a.m. with an opposition to Saturn. So that Leo moon from Saturday, Sunday into Monday morning, it is separative, it is a little argumentative, and it also has a quarter moon at 5:21 p.m. on Sunday the 8th, on Mother's Day. Quarter moons are stressful days that it's a call for balance, but this is a very potent one. I want you to look at 18 degrees of Leo in your chart, so whether they're planets, whether they're houses. And if you don't know what I mean, I know I have had a few people, including friends, call me like, I'm trying to, you're saying to look at this part of your chart, but how do you do it? How do you find it? And that's why I say this is why you book readings with your astrologer, so that you can understand these things. Because my other clients are like, I'm looking exactly there. But 18 degrees, 23 minutes of Leo in your chart, that quarter moon is doing some things, and it can be stressful, and it is asking you to balance out your needs versus the needs of others, the expectations of others. So this is a pretty powerful time where you want to get clear about what it is you want, what your desires are, but you also want to consider how your needs and wants and desires affect other people. The collective, your colleagues, your family, or the people that you work with, whoever it is, whatever comes up this weekend on Saturday, Sunday into Monday, specifically on Sunday, that quarter moon is potentially exposing what/who could be blocking you from what this new moon solar eclipse from this past weekend is trying to do for you. Okay, so you want to get clear. You want to acknowledge what comes up. You want to acknowledge, okay, what do I want in this situation? And then what do they want in this situation? And what are they asking of me and or demanding of me? And what am I, or other way around, what am I demanding of others? And why? Okay, you really want to get clear, because we're in eclipses, because it's volatile, because it's unpredictable, because it's all those things. This quarter moon can pack a powerful punch. All right, so you just notate Sunday and just write down balance. Okay, and underneath balance, subsection 1A, what do I want? Subsection 1B, what do they want? And subsection C, 1C, does any of it even freaking matter? I kid, okay? I kid. Of course it matters. You guys love me, okay? I'm here to give you the astrology in a way that you get, okay? So, you know what to do. And if you don't, reach out to me. Okay, as far as the planets go, let me get you into your week. As far as the planets go, Monday, May 2nd, Venus enters Aries at 9:10 a.m. She'll be there for 3.5 weeks. She's warrior mode. She's in go mode. So be aggressive, be assertive, be bold, be courageous. Just don't be overly demanding and overly dramatic. If you know Aries or people with Aries placements, they are hot and cold all in the same sentence. Then on Tuesday, May 3rd, Jupiter-Pluto sextile. But this is what I wanted to mention. It is taking place at 3:33 p.m. here on Pacific Daylight Time. Okay, so now sequences of numbers again for really the first time this week, but second time I'm mentioning it. So 3 in Feng Shui is the family gua. It's friendships, it's ancestors. So this is a reminder, one, like I said earlier, that the changes that you've been making all year and the growth that you've been experiencing, the blessings are en route. You're coming in and you're being reminded that, this is it. But on a feng shui level, this is a reminder that you are not alone. You have the full support of your family, your chosen family, your friends, but also when you go angel numbers, this is a reminder that a higher power is with you. If you have late ancestors, they are your spirits, they are your guides, they are with you this week under this Jupiter-Pluto sextile. You are being guided, you are being supported. So I just want you, even if you're having a hard time, I know that some people are out there having a hard time, but just know, and especially it's available to you. So start this week, please, please, please pay attention to your surroundings. Pay attention to messages. There are no coincidences. So please carry that with you this week, okay? This is just, oh my gosh, you're not alone. You're not alone, okay? I mean, if anything, you got your astrologer here. So, is that good enough for you or no? Okay, next day, May 4th, Mars sextile Uranus at 8:47 in the morning. You're moving along, moving forward. Mars in Pisces, dreaming, creating, floating. He's trying to get to Aries. Venus got there first. He's trying. So he's a little bit of asleep, but sextile to Uranus is a little bit of a wake up, and it's a collaboration, and it's earth and water making fertile mud. So go and grow, okay? On Thursday, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, you're going to be having margaritas, mezcal margaritas, and whatever else you would like. A michelada, maybe. You don't let me tell you, but I have suggestions. You can reach out to me. There is a Sun-Uranus conjunction at 12:22 a.m. My goodness, do you see that again? A sequences of numbers. 12:22 a.m. 2:22. Oh my gosh, this is partnerships, relationships. All this week, do you see how faded this week is? This is such a busy week, such a powerful week. Please shoot your shot this week. Please get out and talk every single day. Please connect, relate, collaborate. I don't care what you have to do. Just do it, okay? And if you need cosmic support, you book your reading. If you want an oracle reading, hey, let's go. But just, this is not the week to play around, okay? So move forward. There's also a Mercury sextile Venus at 11:01 p.m. on Thursday the 5th. Great news, words, things that you want to hear, connections you want to make. So just if you want to send a little flirty message, if you're on the dating apps, if you're doing the Hinge, the Tinders, the Grinders, the Jacks, whatever you're looking for. If you don't know those other ones, don't worry. That's not a recommendation. Just telling you. But yeah, shoot your shot. Just shake some things. I don't know why I'm moving my shoulders like this, but yeah, shoot your shot. Okay, then on Okay, so on the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we've got the Leo moon situation on Saturday, Sunday, Monday. But we also have Saturn meeting up with Vesta, which is the home and hearth. So this weekend, just evaluate how you can ground self-care practices, okay? Vesta is in Aquarius, Saturn is in Aquarius. Saturn is trying to ground, and he's trying to discipline you in a way. He's trying to get you to make commitments to something that you can stick to. And, Saturn's Astro Dad, right? So, just hear yourself say, oh, I should be taking care of myself like this. Then make the conscious effort. You're a conscious creator here. You're a conscious manifester at all times. But this weekend in particular, ground self-care practices. The home and hearth is not just at your home. Your body is also your home. It's your temple. So it's just this weekend, and under that Leo moon, you're gonna wanna just do some self-care. Depending on how you handle or how things show up for you, you're gonna want some self-care. Okay, so prep for that. Then on Saturday, there is the Sun-Mars sextile. So again, Mars has the sextile with Uranus on Wednesday. The Sun comes to Mars and has his sextile on Saturday. So he's carrying forward what comes to light on Wednesday the 4th. Okay, so Saturday that picks up. And also, last but not least, on this Saturday, if you're in the LA area or if you're in just the Southern California area and you'll want to come and hang out with your astrologer, come to Tansy Nursery and Shop in Burbank. I will be setting up. I will be doing oracle readings in person. I'll be selling candles. I'll be selling zodiac body oils. If you don't know, I have fragrance blends for all 12 signs. I make them in candle form. I make them in body oil form so you can smell juicy and delicious. And oh my gosh, my computer just died. So that being said, this week, have a wonderful week. I think Mercury just messed me up. And I will be talking to you guys on the social medias all week long. Peace.